My name is Monica Madrid. Welcome to Football is Sexy podcast. I am so happy we have the extraordinaire Rachel Boneta. Wow. I don't know. She's been on Fox Sports, NFL Network, all the things. We're going to talk, I think, a little bit of soccer as well as the NFL. Ooh. But she's a comedian, so I am excited to have her here today because there's a lot of things we're going to laugh about when it comes to the NFL. I'm just saying. Yeah. Rachel Boneta!
Yay! Thank you for having me.
It's like so cool to be like, when I say Fox Sports, like, that's amazing. And then you, right behind it, you put NFL Network, and I'm like, yeah, these are goals for me. So
wow.
Thank you for being here.
Okay, girl, I'll make a couple phone calls, and
I like
you'll be there next week.
Oh my God, that's so awesome.
Yeah, I had a really interesting start. I grew up in Toronto, just outside of Toronto.
Right.
And I went to school for broadcast journalism, and I was just like, I hate this. Like, my favorite class was improv.
Right.
And so I was like, I need to, just drop out, leave. And I was working at a bar at the time, like a big soccer bar. And it was across the street from where Toronto FC plays, the Major League Soccer team in Toronto. And every single weekend, we had all of these fans that would rush in, and I actually hated it because I was just like, oh my God, I'm always so busy. I'd have nightmares about serving these people and crashing, which is what we in the biz call just having a shit time. Am I allowed to swear on this podcast?
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
It's almost not, if it's not a true podcast until I hear that.
So it's required.
Yeah, it's required.
Okay, it's required. It's fucking required.
Yeah, let's go.
And so one shift, all of these soccer fans came in, and I started hearing about this like contest. It was called the Toronto FC Dream Job Contest. Okay. And the winner got to be like on the Jumbotron. And to be like, who wants a t-shirt? Oh my God, like halftime reporter situation. And so I was like, what the hell's this shit? So I looked it up on the internet as soon as my shift was over. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I had dropped out of school. I was like not doing anything at the time. I knew how to work a camera. And so I sent in a video of like why I should be on the Jumbotron during the halftime shows. And I beat out over like 500 super fans. Like I didn't even know anything about the team. I was just serving the fans beer, And so I sent in a video and I won, and it was like a full job. It was like $40K a year. What? I was 20 years old. I may have actually even been 19. And that was like when YouTube had first started. So I started making videos, putting videos out about the team. And then I'd be there on the weekends on the Jumbotron. And then I got a call from Major League Soccer who had been seeing these videos, and they're like, how would you this sounds insane. How would you like to move to New York City and be the host for the entire league and be like the main host of our YouTube channel? So I'm like from little town, moved to Toronto, dropped out of school, won this job. Then all of a sudden I'm moving to New York City at like 21. And the head of Major League Soccer. And then from there I went to Fox Sports about a year after that. Like it's been a really crazy and stupid ride. Like I look back on my career and I'm like, that's actually insane that I did that.
So you are really kind of in line with my mantra this year. I have a lot of things that I pull from. I call them spiritual tools. Yeah. But the one this year that's most relevant to me is what's meant for you will be for you.
Yeah, it'll find you. I like that a lot.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're just giving me exact visual of that. Like, what's meant for you will be for you. It's already been written.
I think that in the back of my mind, I mean, like really, I've always wanted to be an actress. I've always been a fan of comedy. I've always loved to make people laugh. And so I think in the back of my mind, I've always been like, oh, I need to get to Los Angeles.
Right.
Like I remember watching Laguna Beach when I was in high school and being like, oh, like I want to be in California.
Oh my God.
And just being obsessed with that lifestyle. And then slowly but surely, like I just manifested it.
Yep.
I found my way in very peculiar ways to Los Angeles. And I just kept on saying yes and going through every like window and door that I could possibly like crank open.
But that's amazing. So what do you think that what about those videos do you think made you beat the 500?
I think that I was just like, honestly, I feel like this has kind of been the deal with my entire career is I'm not necessarily like, I didn't grow up watching a ton of sports. I grew up playing a lot of sports. And so I didn't come at it from this like, oh, well, and I know the name and the stats of I almost said quarterback, but that's not true in soccer. I just came at it. It's going to sound so cheesy. I was just like myself. And I really just started writing sketches at a very early age. Like I'm talking like 4 years old. I had a camera in my room doing a newscast and cutting to bloopers and commercials and all that kind of stuff. And so I made the job what I wanted it to be, which was like sketch writing and comedy. Yep. And that was the video that I sent in at first. And you unfortunately can still find this video on YouTube.
Oh, we're going to. Okay. Don't worry about that.
So yeah, I really wanted to send in something that I found funny. And that has really been my entire career, is just like sort of molding something that, okay, it might not be like the first job and that pops into my head. Like I did a sports gambling show for a really long time on Fox Sports. And I was like, okay, I'm not really that into sports gambling, but this show has a comedic sensibility and a comedic tone because they had me as the host.
Right.
So then we started writing sketches and we started doing these characters. And then all of a sudden, you have these huge sketches airing on a massive network where a lot of people see you.
Right.
So then I started to become sort of like the sports comedy sketch girl.
Right.
Which I was just like, this is my
your lane,
love.
right?
This is my lane.
Right.
Yeah. So I made something that I didn't necessarily think was for me into what I wanted it to be.
And you mentioned the sports. So you played sports.
Yeah.
So what was like your favorite sport to play?
I mean, I played soccer when I was a kid, but then I really fell in love with volleyball. And I played volleyball for like 13 years.
No way. We're so opposite.
Yeah.
So I loved playing basketball.
I was also a basketball player.
And flag football.
Ooh.
People don't realize this. I was playing flag football before it was cool.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was a badass punt returner, quarterback, and wide receiver.
Okay, so
okay, I'm just saying. Yeah.
I love those, like when you're playing like kiddie sports, it's just like the only person with talent ends up playing every single single position.
Yeah, that was me.
That's great.
And my worst sport, and I talk about this on a few other podcasts I've been on, I'm like, the worst sport was volleyball.
Oh, really?
This shit right here?
I know. I used to be bruised like up and down. Oh, I loved it. I used to like the smack.
See, do you have tattoos?
I do, yeah.
See, I already knew. Am I good?
Yeah. I actually have a lot of tattoos on my forearms.
I was like, if anybody plays volleyball and likes that shit, they probably have tattoos.
That's so funny that you say that. Yeah, I liked really all sports. Being from Canada, I played a lot of hockey.
Yeah.
I actually just got new equipment to start playing again, and I joined a co-ed league, and I got knocked out my first game, and I was like, maybe I'll find a women's league.
Because that's the other thing that I don't have in my arsenal.
Hockey?
Yeah, I dated somebody who was a big hockey fan, so I was getting there.
Yeah.
To me, I will watch it. I love hearing the skates.
Oh, see, I actually hate hearing the skates, and I wear earplugs.
Really? I like
I've got like sound sensitivities, and so there was like one drill where they were making us sort of like shave. This was like a camp that I had gone to. They were making us sort of like shave ice, and I stopped doing it, and the coach was just like, "What's the problem?" And I was like, "I can't listen to this."
That is so funny. And what's weird is I actually have misophonia.
Oh, really? That's crazy that you like the sound of ice then.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird. And I just realized that talking to you, I'm like, but that's so weird. But if you are chewing on ice, I will kill you.
Yeah.
But
misophonia is just like you really have a sensitivity to all sounds.
So,
or do you like ASMR stuff?
So
or
what
you
I realized, and I didn't know this until my friend was like, dude, you have misophonia. And I was like, what is that? And he's like, so like, for instance, if I'm at a movie, I can watch the movie, it can be as loud as can be. But if someone is scraping the bottom of the popcorn, I'm like, bro, I will go buy you another popcorn. Can we stop scraping the bottom?
Wow.
Because it's driving me crazy.
Yeah. Scraping the bottom?
You know what I mean? You know that
crazy.
Scraping? Or like, candy wrappers.
That is so fascinating.
Yeah. And it's a whole thing. Because now everyone thinks it's funny. But I'm like, it's a real thing. And so now all my friends love to like mess with me. When I'm like, okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I have misophonia. But for whatever reason, I think I like the skates on the hockey. I like the fights. So
yeah, I will say that's what I do.
Am I wrong? It's like hockey to me is kind of like soccer a little bit.
Oh, I think hockey is a lot more exciting than soccer.
Oh,
I will say, I love soccer. I love football. I love that world. I got to go to the World Cup in Russia and just being in that world for so long, I have like an immense respect for it, and especially like the supporters that follow that sport. But it's pretty boring. Like, I think you can even football fans, soccer fans, they'll say like, yeah, it can be pretty boring.
It's a little boring. I mean, compared to what's out there, right?
Compared to what's out there, compared to hockey, I mean, hockey, at least you get fighting.
Yes.
And I will say like that, I do like that as an adult, gives me a reason to push somebody.
Right.
Because I'm very introverted. Yeah.
You get it out. Wait, have you like really kicked somebody's ass on that?
When I was younger, I would get sent to the penalty box a lot.
You seem so nice.
I've got a little anger inside of myself.
A little anger. Right. Wait, do you have siblings?
I have 3 older brothers.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, who are much older than me. And yeah, they used to just kick the shit out of me, and I would just turn red and just go and like bite them, and like I would do everything in my power to take them down.
Oh my god.
So yeah, there's an inferno deep below.
There's I don't have any. Well, I have a sister. She's 10 years younger than me, so I kind of missed out on the whole thing.
Yeah.
But it's weird. So I had 2 dads growing up, right? Mm-hmm. Papa Joe was my Niner football dad. Mm-hmm. My hippie dad was a big soccer guy. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to play AYSO, so I played soccer for a little bit. And it was such a long waiting list.
Yeah.
That the only way I could play that season was if my dad would become a referee.
Oh my god! But that's actually kind of sick.
Yes.
You got dad blowing the whistle, and maybe getting away with a little bit more.
But he didn't. He wasn't allowed to actually do my games.
Oh, okay.
But he did and he became one of the biggest referees in AYSO.
No way.
Yeah. And but he passed away too. But I was like, well, I missed. I didn't get to go to a lot of soccer games with him.
Yeah.
But like, how amazing you and. The FIFA, like this is a big thing right now.
Yeah, the World
on
Cup
that?
is coming. It's going to be bonkers. I think it's kind of crazy that they're doing it in 3 different places. I'm really curious to see how that's going to like play out and feel. Because obviously you got games in Canada. I'm sure I'll go. US and then Mexico. But yeah, I got to go to the World Cup in Russia.
That's wild.
Which was nuts. I was there for about a month and a half. Before we left, they were like, here's a brand new cell phone. Here's a brand new laptop. Do not bring anything personal. Don't even bring an Apple Watch to Russia, because they were so afraid of like our systems getting hacked, their systems getting hacked. So we had to bring like all brand new electronics, which was a very jarring feeling, being like, sorry, you think that they're going to hack my photo album filled with dogs? Like,
right.
So yeah, that was nuts. And we got there and it was crazy. Somebody got stabbed while we were there. So we had a curfew set. One of the like main hosts, Alexi Lawless, got a gun pulled on him day 1.
What?
Like it was really, really intense.
Wow.
And then I got super sick and I had to go to the hospital for about a week. I was in a Russian hospital. Nobody spoke any English. I was like so sick. Yeah, it was crazy. I ate too many hot dogs and my gallbladder was inflamed. But anyways,
my God.
Yeah, it was crazy. Russia was a trip.
Wow. I've never been.
Don't recommend.
I'm not saying that's on my top of the list.
I think that there are beautiful parts of Russia, but Russia is just a very hard place and it's really intense.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Well, from Russia to LA.
Yeah.
You ended up in LA.
Uh-huh.
How did we and tell me about the comic world. Like, okay, so how did you end up finding your, again, it sounded like you loved comedy from an early age.
I feel like people are always like, when did you start in comedy? And like stand up I've been doing for about 3 years, which is, I've fallen in love with it and I do it every single day if I could. But then like the sketch and the comedy and the improv, I've been doing that for like a decade. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, I got this opportunity to sort of step away from sports for a little while. And I was just like, what is the thing that I'm the most scared of that I've never done in comedy? And that was stand up. And I just like threw myself right into it. I started going to mics and just talking for 5 minutes at a time. And then, I would start getting laughs and people who ran shows would see me do my sets, and then I started getting on shows, and then it happened very, very quickly. Then about like a year and a half into it, then I started doing like showcases for Netflix as a joke and at the Ice House where we are right now.
Hey,
and
shout out, right?
It just like came really, really naturally, and it is such a grind. Like shout outs to people who are doing it just at mics and really just like building their material. I feel like the thing with stand-up is I don't expect anything from it. I just really enjoy doing it, and I want to keep it that way for as long as possible. Like the things that I expect something out of is like, you know, I want to write and sell shows, and you know, I've been fortunate enough to do that before, and I want to really keep on doing that. Stand-up is just like my own thing, and I really enjoy doing it. It really fills my cup, and I just feel so lucky. Like I just got invited to my first festival in St. Louis. And it was like I got like a showcase, and I got to perform in front of all of these bookers, and I was just like, how fucking lucky am I that I've been doing this for 3 years and I'm already in these places where, you know, I didn't expect anything from it. And I really feel like if you don't expect something from something like that, it's more of an enjoyable experience. 100%. And you walk away being like, that was the fucking best. I don't care if, you know, Just for Laughs calls me after. I don't care if Netflix calls me after. I just had the greatest weekend.
Girl, I identify with everything you just said.
Yeah.
I started Football is Sexy. This is our 3rd season. And it all kind of happened organically.
Yeah.
I never was like, hey, when I was a kid, I'm going to start a sports brand that for women. Wasn't on the radar.
Yeah.
Like, I started out in music. I had a record deal on the table.
What were you, singer?
Stole my record deal. Girl.
Forget this podcast.
Yeah.
Tell me everything. I just finished the P. Diddy doc.
Oh,
tell me.
Can we talk about it?
Please.
So a lot of people don't know this, but I was on Soul Train. I was on center stage for 5 years.
Shit.
Yes, girl. I have a whole weird past. I've lived like 9 lives. And like Don Carlin, I literally went down the Soul Train line, like literally in front of America, like several times.
Yeah, whoa.
Hung out that whole early 90s crowd. I was all up in that. I remember hearing parties about kind of like in that world of like shit, like, yeah. I remember because a lot of the Soul Train girls, well, I was gay. I probably saved my life, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because all the girls would go to these parties.
Yeah.
This podcast took a turn. I love it. We'll get to football. Don't worry.
No, this is incredible.
No, this is good. Yeah. And so the girls would love to go to all these parties because all of the big artists are there. Every like R&B athlete, every celebrity rap singer, you got to schmooze. I was wanting to go where the girls were. So I didn't care. So I was going to like gay clubs in West Hollywood while they were in all these places.
Wow.
And then I would hear about not so nice things happening in these places.
Oh my God.
So I never met Diddy. But
did you meet Pac?
I missed him. So I managed myself. I wrote my own music. I was a dancer, the whole thing. Wow. Monty Madrid, by the way. That was my name.
Monty Madrid.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Wait, so were you like more of a rapper, like a singer?
More like I could rap and dance. I was going to be the next Janet in my mind.
Oh my God.
And I was going to be like, I would say Janet was the closest thing that I saw myself.
Right. Wow.
But with a slash of Prince. Because I was a big.
Do you remember any of your like go-to?
Oh yeah.
You want to do it?
Oh my God.
What was like? You don't have to rap it, but like what was like?
You never knew that I could rock into my beat, got up into your face, and now you're a fool because I funked your place. And what you know now, I didn't know then. What you taking by my image, never take away my base. Now that you're full, I feel free to go and do what I do best, and that's still a show. And if you want to check me out, there'll be a ticket at the door. Now excuse me, I gotta go. Oh, I gotta go.
Wow.
That just like came up to me. I'll sugar house you to the sugar in your cane, then I drop you harder than a cloud does rain. Faster than my Captain Crunch going down the drain. Cause it had berries and I like them plain. Let's talk about the situation, put you on the stand. There's just things about a man I just don't understand. Why you want a girl who don't want your hand? It's obvious I'm not gonna supply what you demand. Still you wanna take me to your promised land. Well, you better step off if you think I'm in command. Cause you go down crazy, I don't fucking know. But yeah.
Wow, dude. That rips.
Sorry. No one's ever got me to do that.
Well,
look at that.
Look at us.
Look at you.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about trying to like get back into it?
Well, no. But I stayed
Why
in
not?
music. I stayed in music because I ended up being a songwriter.
Oh, very cool.
Girl, I hung out with Prince. I have a whole Michael Jackson story. It's a whole.
What?
Yes, girl. I had a whole.
Tell it to us.
Yes,
Tell it to us. What's the Michael Jackson story?
Well, so after so there was a record deal on the table with Interscope with Jimmy Iovine, Mark Benish, and it changed my life forever because they were like, we're going to sign you. And I'm like, I don't know, 20. And I'm like you, I'm like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. And then all of a sudden, like my calls weren't getting taken the same, and I could feel something was wrong. He finally called me back. He's like, Monty, I'm so sorry. We had 3 meetings about you, but you're 6 months too late. We had just got rid of all of our pop acts.
God
And we're
damn.
going in a different direction by the name of gangster rap. And we could only sign one act. And
Yeah.
It was either you or this other kid. And we decided to go with the rapper.
Tupac.
And his name is Tupac Shakur.
You're kidding me.
Dude!
That's fucking
How
nuts.
do you think I felt every time I heard Tupac in the early 90s?
Yeah.
That fucker stole my... No.
Yeah.
Here's
But-
the thing.
but I mean,
was
like-
I loved him from the... if you're going to lose to anybody...
I was gonna say that. Yeah. I mean, like to lose to somebody who is a once in a lifetime generational talent.
And I had just missed him. So they actually played me his video before when I was there on a 6-hour meeting. They're like, what do you think about this guy? And I saw the video. I'm like, dude, he's dope.
Yeah.
But I never met him. I never met Michael, but I did have he apparently wanted me on his showcase. Anyway, it's so much.
Wow.
But the whole Prince thing, that's another thing.
Yeah.
But this is not, I want to talk about you. But yeah.
I don't have stories like that.
No, you do. Because I want to hear your take about the NFL.
Okay.
I want to know, what are your thoughts? I know you said you were a Browns fan.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
Dude,
was.
that's a lot of material right there.
Hard was.
Right?
Yeah.
I always talk about the Browns saying, I'm a diehard Niner. And I'm like, I'm going to be honest, like, we're always in the conversation. Now, granted, we haven't had a Super Bowl in like over 25 years. I'm very aware of that.
Yeah. But you've been in them.
But we've been in a few.
Yeah.
But like the Browns fans, I always give nod to the Browns fans because that's loyalty.
It's so complicated. I started becoming a Browns fan when they were on Hard Knocks, because think about it. I've covered every single sport. It wasn't until I got this like daily show that they're like, hey, we're going to be talking like football heavy.
Right.
So you should like really immerse yourself. I had like loosely watched seasons before, but like had never really paid attention to the storylines.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I'm going to start watching Hard Knocks this year. And the Cleveland Browns were on Hard Knocks. That was when Baker was #1 draft pick, and he was our quarterback.
And you had like 3 amazing wide receivers.
It was.
You were supposed to be.
It was incredible. And you know what? They were great.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember the beer fridge being locked. Like they had gone an insane amount of time without a win. And they promised the city like, hey, we have all of these beer fridges locked up. And once, you guys get a win, we'll unlock them and everyone gets free beer. Like it was insane. And then Baker Mayfield came in. Tyrod Taylor was injured. Baker came in, had an incredible game. They won. And I was just like, this guy is crazy. This team is so bad. I love an underdog. I love the lore. I love the pain and the suffering that goes into that. And so like, I can't say that I went through any of that because I became a fan of the Browns when they were like on the up and up.
Right.
And then I just fell in love with them. And I was just like, wow, I understand football fans now because I just felt an immense passion for this team. And then, we had a couple of really great years while Baker was there. And then just everything after that, Baker leaving, them signing Deshaun Watson,
Dude.
Disgusting.
And she's a woman owner. That one, I've talked about that before.
I can't even get into the Haslams are disgusting people. But anyways, but anyways.
Yeah, you really should.
No,
always
I think
question
it's
that
really
myself.
gross that they signed somebody that was so, like 60 women came forward and said that they were, harassed or assaulted by him in some way. And like, that's fucking nuts to have 60 plus.
And then you pay him over 200.
And then you pay him a record-breaking amount of money. And I gotta say, I would never wish injuries on anybody ever, except for him. And he's been injured, and it's been an absolute shit show, waste of money. And so I got rid of all my gear. I was like, I'm not gonna be a Browns fan anymore. I can't support this team. And
That's so wild.
I watch Shador, and I see, I love some of the players. I love Myles Garrett. I loved Nick Chubb when he was there.
Yeah.
And like, I just, have had to take a step back. And so I don't even watch, if they're on the TV, I'm hate watching them.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to just shit on them. But yeah, it's a heartbreaker.
It's so funny that you brought that up because I've done obviously a few podcasts and I talk about it because like you, I was like, I would love to talk to a woman Brown fan about this. And here I am finally talking to you because I don't know, how do you support that?
I don't know either. I mean, it was really disgusting once they did sign him, the amount of fans. I remember there was this like one dad who was standing next to his son and his son had some sort of like massage $10 this way or something disgusting. And I'm like, that's your kid.
Yeah.
And you are raising him to not give a fuck about women. And that's disgusting. And like, I understand that not all Browns fans are like that.
Of course.
But I really, at the end of the day, and maybe I'll get shit for saying this, at the end of the day, football is a sport. And you can choose who you support and who you give your money to. And that's not a family that I'm going to support or give $1 to.
Right.
Even a cent. And so
what did you think about them getting Shador?
I have thoughts about Shador. I think Shador's a loser. I just don't think that you can call yourself legendary when you've done absolutely nothing. I feel like he is a TikTok influencer that is good at throwing a football sometimes.
I love it. I finally have someone just to talk shit with and tell me the truth.
To come out with your buddies and have like a big boombox and have like a scythe or whatever that thing was, and like you've not even played a snap. Like, what are we talking about? The draft of it all. The draft was so embarrassing. Like, he had his, I don't know if you remember, his house was like all set up with the legendary signs and the balloons and then
crickets,
exactly
and crickets,
and then crickets and then crickets and then crickets. Obviously, you know, you have somebody like Dion who is like larger than life, but he got there, he deserved that. You know, he like owned that title because he was larger than life and he was incredible.
He had the stats to back it up.
He had the stats to back it up. And, you know, I think that there is this whole conversation. It's just nepotism at its finest.
Yeah.
And, you know, I hope for football fans and for like entertainment purposes that he's great.
Yeah.
But right now, I think he's like taking a lot of shit and you never know. He could turn out to be really, really great. And then all of a sudden are like, okay, like this is sick.
Yeah.
You were a loser, but now you've had this comeback story. But yeah, I don't know. And then all the while you're thinking about like, where's Deshaun?
Right.
Like, when is he going to come back?
Dude, he should never come back.
Never. Please
like,
retire
really.
and go
just
fucking
end it. Be done with it. Take your loss.
Take your money.
And be done.
And bye. I never want to hear your name again.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's going to come back and hopefully
to me,
Shador's good enough to stave him off. I don't know.
It's going to be interesting. I'm like you. Well, I don't know, but I've had these debates with people. I'll be honest. I'm a fan of humble players. I like to maybe hate certain players because of whatever. I mean, hate's a strong word, but I've always been like a Joe Montana fan.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm a Niner, but he never talked. He just did.
Yeah.
Right.
See, I am the opposite.
Yeah.
I like a shit talker.
But
like
I was a shit talker.
Yeah.
I love talking shit. One of the reasons I love playing sports was I love talking shit.
Yeah.
I love talking shit now. But as a player, like, I just prefer, if you're on my team, just like I don't want to get into the Brandon Ayuk, but if you're on my team.
You love like a Jimmy G.
Well, no, I didn't say that either.
Gee.
I'm going to tell you a story off.
Okay. No, see, I like a cocky player. Like Shador Sanders is right in my wheelhouse.
Okay.
But I just think that there's something like I was watching the game on Sunday. I watched like they came on Red Zone for a second,
right,
literally only a second.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it was Shador just throwing a bomb. And I literally said out loud, holy shit, pick. Like immediate pick.
Right,
and I was like, But like, you know, I love players like Myles Garrett. I love that do you remember when for Halloween he made the little graveyard with all of the headstones of quarterbacks that he had sacked before? Love that.
I find him to be cocky.
I think he's only cocky around Halloween.
I think not, but that was funny and that was like I'm talking when you're showing your watch, you're in college, you haven't even played it down in the NFL.
Yeah, college is a little bit tricky.
Dude, this is you're giving me Manziel vibes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're giving me Manziel vibes. And here's the thing, what always just like shocks me, because I'm like, who's around these guys, right? You lose 2 seconds from college to the NFL. That's a long time. And what does that mean? That means people are going to be at you 2 seconds faster.
Yeah.
And for fans like us, 2 seconds in the pocket, 2 second,
Yeah.
that's a long time.
Well, that's why they were saying, Jaden Daniels, right?
Yeah.
Quarterback for Commanders. That's what they were saying. He was training on VR, sped up to match NFL's timing, and then some. Right. Like then he ended up being faster than the pace of play in the NFL, which was really cool. But yeah, it's to go from. I don't know. I do love a cocky player because I feel like when they win, it's like extra juicy. And also, like, I love chaos. I root for chaos.
I just don't want my team.
Remember, like, this feels like a million years ago, but like that very first game, Cowboys Eagles, they were like spitting on each other at the starting line. I love all that.
I just don't want them on my team.
Same.
I mean, this is what's the addicting part.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't even really care. Like obviously, I watch the games on Sunday, and I love to see how these like rivalries play out. And like Bills Bengals on Sunday was really fun, and like what's happening with the Chiefs right now is incredible.
Tell me what you think about the Chiefs. Is it Chiefs fatigue? What are your
I'm
thoughts?
so ready for love Trav, love the Chiefs. Ready for them to call it. I'm ready for them to call it. I was really worried about the Bills going into this season.
Yeah.
The Bills had the most hype that they've ever had going into this season. On Hard Knocks, they had an improviser. Like do you know how they always bring in somebody to kind of like lighten the mood? Yeah. And they brought in an improviser, and I said to myself, oh no, this is like the death knell, because they are probably feeling so tense, so much pressure. They have to play zip zap zop to enter the season to like loosen up. Like that's scary to me. I would be nervous. And so then, they've had, Josh Allen, I feel like has thrown a ton of picks in the last few weeks. But I feel like this game against the Bengals, where they were able to pull out a W, and the Chiefs being shit, I feel like the Chiefs are the only thing that can stand in their way. And if they are sort of like, which seemingly they are knocked out, like it doesn't look good for them right now. Right. It's still early, but I think that this could be the Bills' year.
I hope for them.
Yeah.
Oh, and obviously I believe I'm faithful.
LOL.
I know.
What are you guys? What's your win-loss right now?
We're 9-4.
Okay.
And we just went up on our bye. We're now the 6th seed.
Okay.
We were 7.
Okay.
Thank you.
You know what? I've always kind of liked the 49ers, even when you guys had Jimmy G.
Thank you.
I felt like I was like, Jimmy G, you just need to step on the field and stay alive and stay upright, and the rest of the team will do it for you. I
love Jimmy G as a person. But as my quarterback, I've never been so stressed out. I talk about this a lot. Every time he would be under center, come back, I would instantly be like you didn't have the confidence in what was about to happen.
He definitely always kind of seems scared, and I feel like he's got this like stonewalled face that you can't really tell what's going on behind those gorgeous eyes. Yes. But what do you think about Brock Purdy? Do you like him?
By the way, we may or may not have dated the same girl. But go ahead.
It wasn't the porn star. You're lying.
A whole nother podcast.
You're lying.
A whole podcast.
Shut up. Oh my God. You are fascinating. I'm loving every second of this podcast. Wow.
Oh my God. Yeah, I have lots of stories.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Incredible.
Okay. We took another turn.
Okay, that's fine. The turns are the best part of the show.
I will just tell you, my phone was blowing up one day, and I was like, what is happening? I'm walking my little dog. At the time, it was Minnie and Prince. And I'm getting texts like, oh my God, I can't believe. And I'm like, what is happening? And just flooded. And I finally was like, what is happening?
Did you date that gal for a while? Like people knew you were together?
So in my defense, when I was with her, she was sober.
Oh, okay.
She was a whole different person.
Yeah.
God, these guys are probably like, what? This podcast is taking a turn.
And listen, no sex work is real work. Like no judgment, porn stars, whatever you want to do.
She's
that's cool.
actually one of the nicest people.
I'm sure.
Amazing personalities. The energy is amazing. And so I've been sober 17 years.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah, and so she was sober, and we met at what was that famous sushi on La
Brea?
Katinga.
Okay.
No. Everybody used to go there back in the day. Paparazzi. You weren't here probably yet. Anyway, we met at this sushi restaurant, and she was sober, and shit happened. Things went whatever. And she actually was the one to introduce me to my sober life.
Wow.
So I have a lot of love
That's
and
beautiful.
respect. Yeah. And then
she was seen out with Jimmy G.
and then
That's still
I got
so
this text,
crazy
and I was
to
like,
me.
what? And it was all over TMZ.
Yeah. Oh, I remember.
called her. I go, do not fuck up my quarterback. I meant Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It was already too late for that.
Yeah.
I was just talking about Super Bowl. Like,
Wow.
do not mess with my Super Bowl quarterback.
Yeah.
She started laughing, and of course, I'm like, I need details.
Yeah.
I may or may not have them. But anyway.
Wow.
Yeah. But Brock Purdy,
incredible football lore.
right?
Incredible.
It was like Stephen A. still calls him porn star Jimmy.
Does he really?
He still does, literally this season.
Wow. Is he married yet?
No,
That's crazy. He's not settled down or anything
No.
like that. Wow.
Yeah, he's such a cutie though.
He
But
really
I
is.
will say
I've
this.
seen him in person, and I was like, oh my God,
Really?
you are hot.
Yeah, even the gay girls love Jimmy.
Oh yeah, because he's really pretty.
Yeah, he's a pretty.
So that makes sense.
But speaking of quarterbacks and Brock Purdy, sorry, we took another turn. What were your thoughts on Brock? You like Brock?
I mean,
Or you just,
he's got such a baby face. I'm always just like, I just want you to be okay. Aww. Especially like somebody like Mac Jones, like the guys that still look like kids. I'm always just like, just be safe out there.
Oh, that's so funny.
No, I feel like 49ers, I think the cool thing about the 49ers is you guys do sort of like run under the radar. Like you're not a team that anybody, I should be careful what I say because I've got a Seahawks fan at home.
Oh, you do. No, give it to me straight, girl. Come
I was
on.
just
Look
going
at
to say,
all
I
the
don't
shit
think a
told
lot of
you. We're
people
both gonna be
really
in trouble.
hate the 49ers. Like, I just don't really think about you guys that much.
Ooh, I don't know what's worse. I think that's worse. Like, you don't think about us?
I mean, I was thinking about you guys a lot at the beginning of this season because I had Christian McCaffrey on my guillotine league, which is a terrible name, but it's basically like you survive until you have the lowest amount of points. And so I really took a flyer on Christian because I was like, you better not fucking get hurt.
Yeah.
So I was paying a lot of attention to you guys back then, but I'm surprised to hear, I think that when you're working in football, I know everybody's win losses. I know everybody. I watch every single game. I am so tapped in.
Yeah.
And I think the beautiful thing about where I'm at now is like, I'm just a fan.
Isn't that great?
I can watch one game. I can watch all of the games. I can watch Red Zone. I can be clued into like dialed into another game. And so unless you are directly affecting my life, which is like the Rams and I guess the 49ers right now because of the Seahawks, I don't really care.
Yeah, that's a great place to be.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people ask me, what is the hardest part about being football sexy? And I was like, honestly, I miss being a fan.
Yeah.
Just a fan. So I told myself when I started this, the one thing I would not ever compromise, I will never miss a 49er game. Period. End of story.
Yeah.
I never miss a 49er game.
Yeah.
But even when I'm watching, it's like, I got to post if something's going on. So I miss, like you just said, I miss kind of just being a fan and not having to worry about, because I do all the social media for us.
Yeah.
And I'm doing podcasts, by the way. We're building an app. We have apparel. Most people do one thing. I took off.
I love that.
We're doing 6 things under one umbrella.
That's so cool.
And it's just pretty much me and a couple amazing people.
I also feel like being a woman in sports too, you're often getting asked the question like, do you really like sports?
Right.
Like, is that you really like sports?
You just think he's hot.
And I took that to the, like, that was just constantly in my head, and I never wanted to be wrong about anything.
Yeah.
If they asked me a question, I knew exactly how many interceptions that guy had the night before. I just knew everything to a T, and it would make me sick.
Yeah.
Like, it would make me ill because I was just constantly stressed about, especially because being a woman in sports,
you don't have the luxury of being wrong.
you cannot be wrong.
Yep.
There's a million other women behind you because there are so few jobs. You really just feel like, if I make one mistake, I'm fucked and I'm out of here.
Yep.
And so there was this like relinquishing of this fake pressure that I had put on myself, or real pressure, in some ways, that when I was stepping away from football, I took an entire year off that I didn't watch like a lick. Well, that's not true. I would watch some things here and there, and I would know the general storylines. But it wasn't until like 2 years ago that I finally sat down and I was just like, this is just for me.
Right.
This is only for me. So when you say like, what do you think about Brock Purdy? I was like, I don't give a fuck about him. I wish him well. Right. I wish him the best. Yeah. There is just something really gratifying of just being like, I watch the teams that I watch. I'm into the juicy storylines because that's how I consume sports. But I don't care if you say like, oh, you don't know the stats. No, do you? If you do, you're a fucking loser.
Right.
Do you not have a life? Do you not have a girlfriend? Are you living in your mom's basement? And that's not for everyone. My husband is my husband's got like one of those encyclopedic brains that he can like pull everything. Like, oh yeah, that guy played blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I know he has a life because he has a life with me.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that's just been really freeing the last few years, just to be a fan.
I love that because I miss that.
Yeah.
I do. But you know what? I'll get there to where people are going to have to do my own social media. I'll get to a place where people are doing things that I can't do everything.
You are like building a community, and I think that is really cool. And there's something really special about like, that's why I love like, I guess it's called X now or Threads, but like being a part of a live conversation with a game. So it feels like you're in the room with a bunch of friends. Like there's nothing I like more than going to a place on Sunday where I'm eating my chicken wings and like maybe I have a beer or whatever. And I'm just like hanging out with my friends and enjoy. Like that is the peak ultimate Sunday for me.
That's everything.
Yeah.
The community.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to do here at Football is Sexy, is bring the women all under one umbrella. As you've probably seen, we celebrate the rookie fan to the dynasty fan.
And I think that for women, a lot of time it's this like barrier to entry. Like they feel like, oh, like, I don't know what these stats mean. And like, I can't, I don't know how to talk about this shit. Like I have a women's like sports podcast as well. And we say like, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Like, let me actually tell you why this is juicy is because this person spat on this person game one.
What is that with the spitting this year?
I don't know. That just like,
but it was.
I keep on bringing it up for some reason.
No, it's disgusting. I don't. Dude, if you spit on me, I will fuck you up.
I've never been spat on before.
That's wild. And these guys, like.
If you, by the way, if you edited this show and you just pulled out certain poll quotes, like I've never been spat on before. I dated Jimmy G's porn star. Like,
can we do it?
This episode seems crazy.
This is going to be crazy. Are we going to tag you? Can we tag you?
Of course you can.
Oh my God. Oh, you just said you have a sport. Let's talk about your podcast. Before we go.
Yeah.
Tell me all the things.
It's called Sports Bitches.
Okay. Love it already. Okay.
We were like trying to come up with a name and I was just like, it's not really commercial, but
neither is Football Sexy. This is why we're getting along.
Exactly.
This is good.
I was like, we get called every name under the sun because they're angry we have a job that they want.
Yeah.
And so I was like, let's just lean into it. And we're called Sports Bitches. And it's me and two other comedians, Sarah Tiana, who spends a lot of time at the Ice House, and Megan Gailey, who is another stand-up. And we just talk about the things that we are interested in. We're talking about the things that it's basically our group chat in a podcast.
Love it.
And our group chat is like, Lena Dunham was at the Chiefs game on Sunday. What the fuck was she doing there?
Yes.
It's like that, stuff like that.
I love it.
But we also do nerd out, and like there is a place for that as well. Yeah. But we try to do it in a very like welcoming way.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to make sure you check her out before you go. Mm-hmm. So even though it's not basketball, I love playing basketball, as you know. So I love Who Got Next.
Okay.
So what I like to do is ask my guests, who got next? Who do you think should be sitting in your chair talking to me?
Oh, I would say Sarah Tiana.
Okay.
Sarah Tiana's going to blow your damn mind. She is like, we talk about that like encyclopedic brain.
Okay.
She has that.
Okay.
To the point that sometimes I say, Sarah, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. She is a huge sports fan, huge Georgia Bulldogs fan. She is like the epitome of Football is Sexy, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Because she's just this like strong, confident, beautiful woman who is she's one of the funniest joke writers I've ever met. She did the roast of Tom Brady. What? She does the ESPYs every single year. Yeah.
I feel like maybe we should get another chair and maybe the three of us.
I would be happy to come back.
What do you think about that?
I'm obsessed with you.
Hey.
I need to know all of these secret stories.
Oh, girl, there's more.
Yeah.
Sarah, you just got tagged. We're going to hook it up.
She'll come for sure.
It would be so much fun. So, by the way, we should talk because we are also doing the first Football Sexy annual kickoff Super Bowl party here at the Ice House.
Okay.
We want to bring all of the followers under one roof.
I love
collaborators. We want to celebrate the women fans.
I love that.
So, would love
Does the Ice House
you.
have chicken wings? Because that is my peak day.
We will make sure. It's
Love
going to
it.
be on a Saturday before Super Bowl.
Oh, amazing.
So
great.
I'd love to have you back because I feel like there's still so much I want to hear. Like we didn't get to the NFL honors or the. Okay, before we go, I gotta ask, who's going to hit the Super Bowl? Who's going to be in Levi Stadium? Watch your words. Come on.
I don't care who the other team is. I think the Bills are actually going to win this year.
Do you really?
I really do.
Okay.
I really hope so. Okay. Because I feel like if it's not this year, it's not going to happen.
Girl.
Yeah. What about you?
I've said this from the beginning. I really do believe that we have a chance. And no, I do. I tell you why. I'll tell you why. I said a chance.
Yeah.
But right now, it's the Rams that are in our way. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the Green Bay. Sorry, I'm just not. But the Rams are playing Super Bowl. Like they are playing lights out. I'm not gonna lie.
They are, and I feel like if Jimmy G keeps on getting, or sorry, not Jimmy G. Oh my God, he's been in my head too much.
We're still on Jimmy G.
Matt Stafford, but isn't Jimmy G the backup on the Rams now? That's crazy,
right
actually, that I put two and two together. Matt Stafford, if he keeps on getting those epidural shots in his back, you guys might be fucked.
I know. But the reason why I still am faithful to my team is one because we're playing. We're peaking at the right time.
Yeah, I feel like you guys are healthy.
We're getting healthy. I mean, listen, what a story. Talk about an underdog. For us to make the Super Bowl without Fred Warner, without Nick Bosa, I mean, we've had injuries. Brock's been out. By the way, I wrote his song. It's a whole other thing.
You wrote him a song?
Yeah.
Brock Purdy?
Yeah. Did you see the Ariat thing?
No.
You didn't see? So he
the
did
Ariat?
The Ariat. It's my Mexican accent.
Oh.
Ariat. He did a whole commercial for Ariat boots. It's called Honky Tonk Heartbeat. So Annie Bosco, who I just had, is my good friend, and she's sponsored by Ariat, and they called her to write a song for Brock Purdy. And then she's like, oh my God, I have to bring in Monica, who's a songwriter.
That's amazing.
So not a lot of people can say they wrote a song for their quarterback.
That is really crazy. Does he have a nice voice?
He didn't actually sing it, but he did dance to it. Yeah, well, I'll play it for you. We'll play it. Annie sang the song. She's amazing. By the way, you should come. We're doing a big Christmas party with Annie here and all the things. Yeah,
great.
Girl, we're going to be down.
Okay.
You're my friend whether you like it or not.
No,
now
agree.
We're friends.
I agree.
Okay, we're friends now. We're going to have Rachel back and we're going to have Sarah back.
Yes,
I think this is going to be fun.
Yeah, I agree. I'm down. I'll come back anytime.
Thank you so much for being on Football Sexy. Let's
Thank you guys for having me.
As always, keep it
sexy.
That's right.
Imagine I didn't know. I was like,
I'm gonna be like, bitch, let's
keep it football.
Let's go.
Football sexy, I'ma say it with my chest. Football sexy, I'ma rap.